Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here to do the second video on this Monday doubleheader. This video came to us through the label, the band, somebody involved with both, somebody who knows somebody, who knew somebody, who thought they knew somebody, and after all, they actually knew somebody who was us.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how we got to this. But anyways, the name of the band, I believe, is pronounced ODDKO.
Yeah.
I'm going with that. I think that's pretty safe. Now, the name of the song, like D4TM, like Daten, deformed, the fourth.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyways, maybe we'll find out when
Maybe
they're
it's
singing.
code for something.
Maybe it's like a license plate. You know when people do those fancy license plates and they add letters and numbers, and when you put them all together, it spells something.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of those things. We're just not really catching the drift in terms of what this is. But anyways, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be a total surprise. I mean, I've never heard of the band, and we've never done one of their videos on the channel, so.
They're going this with an open mind.
In heavy heart.
Yeah.
In a heavy heart. All right, let's press play and let's see what this brings. That's quite the production for a music video, man. It's like a Mad Max movie. Wow, the pyro, the explosions, the whole videography. This is like a mini movie. Like a lot of work and effort
went into
this music video. Holy shit. I think the last time I saw a music video that had this kind of like
high production,
like similar to this, was kind of California Love by Tupac and Dr. Dre, they're also like dressed like they're Mad Max in the Thunderdome and whatever. With who else is in that video that's famous? Not Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker is in that video.
That was P Diddy.
P Diddy.
I don't know.
Why would P Diddy be in that video? That was like a West Coast rappers. P Diddy was East Coast. Remember the whole feud? West Coast. P Diddy was popping bottles and doing the remixes with Biggie.
Yeah.
They're. Have you ever seen that documentary? Like, you know,
no, I haven't
the
seen
whole
that.
East Coast West Coast.
I have to
thing?
watch that documentary.
Yeah, that was in the heyday when I came to Canada. I came to Canada in '96. So later in the '90s, that's when that whole East Coast West Coast thing was going on. Anyways, but the video kind of reminded me a little bit that, because if you watch California, I think it's California Love, if I'm not mistaken. California Love. Yeah, it's California.
Yeah.
I had to kind of sing the song. The video is like Dr. Dre with Tupac, and they're all dressed like they're like Mad Max, like, you know, like with similar like this, with the cars and the people dressed up. And Chris Tucker, do you know who Chris Tucker is?
No.
He was in the movie Friday. Also, the other movie with Jackie Chan where he's a cop.
No.
He used to be a famous comedian. Now he's kind of like gone the way of the dodo bird. Nobody knows who Chris Tucker is now. But anyways, he was really funny. And he was in the video. He was just screaming something, which is pretty much everything he does in every single movie. Like, he's a really loud guy. Funny, but loud.
Yeah.
Funny, but loud. Anyways, kind of reminded me of that a little bit. So, what did you think of the song? Oh, one more thing. That was Francesco Paoli on drums. I recognize him, even though he had a man bun. And he looked like
he was rocking the man bun.
He was rocking the man bun, and he looked like he just had finished doing an oil change to his car, or to his Vespa, since he's Italian. Maybe he was doing an oil change to his Vespa, and something went sideways, so a lot of oil got on him.
Yeah.
But the good thing is he had his hair in a man bun, so at least the hair didn't get any oil on his hair, or at least not oil from the Vespa or what was it, Fagio?
Yeah, that was the other one.
Fagio. Okay.
That's what they're called in. I think that's what some of them are called. Yeah.
I think isn't that
that's a type of them.
A type of them. Okay. Anyways, what did you think of the song?
I mean, I know I said I'm going with this with an open mind,
but it wasn't open enough.
It wasn't open enough.
This was open sesame, and you're like,
no, because
something's wrong with the hinges. It's not opening all the way.
When I saw them right away, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be something, you know, either black metal or something.
Really?
Well, I saw the way that they're dressed. They kind of look.
They're in the desert with Mad Max looking cars. When was the last time a black metal band was in a desert?
I know. But
they're in a forest or a church.
I was just thinking about all the different possibilities. None of the possibilities in my
mind.
Black
metal was definitely not one of the possibilities that came.
Not any of the possibilities in my mind went to kind of Marilyn Manson type of song.
No, this is more like industrial, like electronic.
Well, yeah, but like the way they're dressed and stuff like that kind of reminded me of
the way he was holding the mic, that whole stage,
especially his voice kind of.
There was a little bit. There was some
his
Marilyn
voice
Manson moments. I give you
his
that.
voice and like the electronic feels when he was singing. It did really remind me of Marilyn Manson.
Okay, fair enough. I could see some of that in there.
But that's not what I was. If I went in knowing it was going to be like this, I would enjoy it a lot more. Probably if I listen to the song again, I'll enjoy it a lot more.
Okay.
But I don't know.
It was kind of a curveball.
It was kind of a curveball, yeah.
And you pray to Jubu, and all you can do is hit the fastball. You cannot hit the curveball. Okay, Jobu, not Jubu.
But it wasn't bad. Like I liked his voice. That's what it reminded me of Marilyn Manson. I have a soft spot for Marilyn Manson.
Okay, fair enough. All right, can I go now?
Yeah.
All right. So I like the vocals. I really like the drums, and I like the song when it got heavier. But I'm not a big fan of the portions that are extremely electronic.
Yeah.
Those portions to me were kind of overbearing. Like it became a little bit like. It became a little bit too much. It became a video game soundtrack.
When he was becoming like the big boss in the background of the.
That's why I went with the video game soundtrack.
Yeah. When it became a lot more electronic and he wasn't singing and it was just kind of being electronic music.
That's when it
lost me a bit.
Me too.
But when I loved it when the electronic was with his voice or with the guitars and drums and stuff because
100%
it matched really well.
Same way. When the song kind of became more of just a pure house party electronic driven song, like, you know, what was it called, the guy Mouse, like what's that guy's name?
Oh, Dead Mouse.
Dead Mouse. Yeah, when the song became like Dead Mouse. Or Avicii, I was not like that doesn't do it for me. Like I feel like they just pressed a button on a Casio and that's it. It's not my cup of tea. It's just it's not. It really isn't. But when you mix those elements
with the guitar,
guitars and the vocals and the drums, and you add some some substance and you make the song sound heavier, then I enjoyed it. So the parts that the song was heavier, more industrial, if you will, those parts I really dig, because it also had a little bit of Combi Christ, a little bit of Combi Christ feel to it. So those parts I really dig. But when the song went like full on electronic, it kind of like, I was like, oh, can we go back to the more heavier side? It was a lot better. It had a lot more.
Can we go back to the Marilyn Manson sound?
It had a lot more substance. I just felt. So overall, is a Jekyll and Hyde kind of track, at least for me. I'm not saying it's a Jekyll and Hyde track the way it's put together, but the way it feels to me. Every time I went to the electronic, I was hoping for the heavier side. When I got to the heavier side, I was comfortable. I liked it. I was having a good time.
I could listen to the song again, but I would be like crossing my fingers for the electronic part just to end, and then it goes back to...
Having said that, let me tell you this. I've because we mentioned Combi Christ, I've seen Combi Christ live. A band like that, and a band like these guys live, I'll tell you right now, it's going to be a different experience. This song live is a lot heavier because the drums become really powerful. Yeah. The electronic elements are there, but they get a little bit more drawn out by everything.
Comes through more. Yeah.
The song itself, everything else becomes 1,000 times heavier. So even the portions of the song that are more electronic, even those portions will sound heavier live. I got that experience from listening to Combi Christ. So you listen to Combi Christ, and then I went to see them live. Live, they were way heavier than when you're listening to their music, like from their album. Like the new album, for example, which is not very heavy, but when you listen to the new album and then they perform those songs live, was much heavier. So I have a feeling that this is one of those bands that if you see them live, specifically with the drums, I really feel like the drums are going to come at you a lot heavier. But, you know, there's no way of finding out right now because we can't see anybody live.
Yeah.
We can't even see our family members live. Like, everybody's still, like, kind of
quarantined. Can't see them live.
Well, we can see them streaming.
Yeah.
Like, I can see your grandmother. We do FaceTime together, but I can't see her live in person because I can't go to Portugal. I can't see the old lady. I miss the old lady.
Yeah.
I miss the old lady. All right, on that sad note, come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. All right, take care, guys.
See ya.